Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 6 of Your Stories. I hope that you're having a really brilliant day. It's the last week of our adventure this week, so we are going to start pulling together all of our brilliant ideas and creating our stories. To start with, let's warm up our brains and get some ideas flowing. Let's play a game called Word Tennis. I'm going to say a word, and then you have to say the first thing that comes to your mind that links up with what I said. So I might say water. So you could reply with blue, or sea, or drink, or splash, or anything that links back to the word water. You don't have to think about it too much. It's a quick game, and it's just about getting our ideas out and get our brains buzzing. Let's play. Orange. Aeroplane. Pencil. Book. Garden. Shiny. What were the words that you replied to me that linked up? Maybe you could write some of your responses in the comment section below if you're watching on Facebook. Maybe you could play this game with someone at home, but you link up to the last thing that somebody said. So you could go orange, sun, beach, sand, castle, and so on. For an extra challenge, you could try creating a story together, just one word at a time. So you have to link the next word on to the ideas that have been set up before. So person 1 could say once, then person 2 could say upon a time there was a dolphin who wanted to jump over the moon. See how far you can get telling a story in this way. The next game that you can try out to put your storytelling skills to the test is called The Editor. So, one person tells a story, and then anyone else who's playing has to act the story out. That could be one person, 2 people, 3 people, any amount of people that you can get together. So they act the story out together that is being told by the storyteller. But at any point, any person in the game can say, stop, scratch that. And then they have to make a new suggestion for what might happen instead. And then you have to act out what the new suggestion is. You could also switch roles around so that each person gets to go at being the actor or the storyteller. So that might look a little bit like this. On a sunny day in Scarborough, a young tortoise named Harold went to the beach. But when he got to the beach, it was raining. And somebody else might say, scratch that. And then they make the suggestion of when Harold got to the beach, he saw that there was a hurricane coming and he had to find somewhere safe to hide really quickly. But then somebody else might say, scratch that. When Harold saw that there was a hurricane coming, he decided that he was going to build a shelter out of all the rocks on the beach. You can keep going and keep going, telling your story and trying out lots of different versions until you find what you think is the most exciting version. And it will probably have lots of twists and turns because everybody's been having different suggestions all the way through. If you think back to last week about how we resolved conflicts, you can think about how you might bring your story to an end, even with all those twists and turns. This next game is really going to challenge you to be detailed in your storytelling. It's called Tell Me About It. In this game, one person talks about a subject that they can talk about for hours and hours, or they begin to tell a story. Whoever is listening can say, tell me about it, and then they have to pick up on one of the details from what the storyteller said. So then the storyteller has to expand on that word or idea and keep talking about it until the next time somebody says, tell me about. So I might decide to talk about a hedgehog. And I could say, Harry is a hedgehog who lives under a big, huge tree. And somebody could say, tell me about the tree. And I would say, well, the tree is very, very tall with big green leaves. And it creates all its energy from the sun through a process called photosynthesis. Lots and lots of bugs live on the tree. Somebody then might say, tell me about the bugs. So I might say, the bugs come in all different shapes and sizes. There are ladybugs, which are red with polka dots. Then somebody could say, tell me about polka dots. So then I'd have to talk about polka dots. Polka dots are a kind of pattern where normally there is one colour in the background and then lots and lots and lots of dots all over the place in a jumble. Somebody might say, tell me about a jumble. And then I would have to talk all about the idea of things being jumbled up. And it carries on like this until you find that you haven't got anything left to say. So then you could take it in turns for who is a storyteller and who is the listener. Thank you for playing those games along with me. Hopefully they've got you into the storytelling mood. Keep your eye out throughout the rest of the week for all of the prompts that will be arriving to inspire you to create your story from beginning to end. We'll be visiting back all of the things that you've been doing over these 6 weeks. If you're joining us for the first time today, that's absolutely fine. You can still try out all of the ideas and maybe you could write a brand new story from scratch. We'll be starting at the beginning of the story, thinking about setting and how to introduce your characters. Think about all the problems your characters might face. Then in the middle, what happens next? How does your character try to solve the problems that they face? Do they overcome the conflicts? And then we'll be looking at the end. Do your characters achieve their goal? Do they get what they want and how do they feel about it? All of these ideas and more will be covered throughout the week. And then on Friday, you'll be seeing me again in a video to help you bring everything together. Please do send us all of your ideas either on the Facebook page or by email, because at the end of the project we've got some brilliant artists, an illustrator, an actor and a writer who will be using your work as inspiration to create some storytelling videos, but they will also be collecting together ideas from all of your stories and putting them in one big mega story that is created from all of your ideas, completely inspired by you, and will be completely about everything that you have been doing over these last 6 weeks. Thank you so much for joining us again. Have a really brilliant and creative day. Goodbye.